started volunteering at a local museum, and I met a fellow volunteer, a 97-year-old woman named Janine. She is a Holocaust survivor. After the Nazis invaded, she was separated from her parents and orphaned. She escaped from the Nazis as a teenager after facing fear, loss, and uncertainty. When I heard her story, I was deeply impacted by the fact that she was my age when she experienced immense trauma and tragedy. Over the last 2.5 years, we have spent almost every Sunday together, greeting visitors and sharing Janine's incredible story. When I met Janine, I was 12. Now I'm 15, and she's 100. I've become wiser, and her older. Our age difference is 85 years. We come from different religions, cultures, and eras. I've read a lot of World War II books, while she's lived it. Beyond the borders of our differences, we became friends, close friends, a friendship that others may find odd or unusual. And that's why it's faced with many biases and assumptions. People say that you're not friends, you're coworkers, or what could you two possibly have in common? On the surface, that makes sense. Our friendship defies the barriers of what I call the same friendship model. You know the one where everyone in the group photos looks the same? A Pew Research Center study found that 63% of adults say that most of their close friends share the same race or ethnicity as them. See, we tend to form connections with people who are similar to us, people of the same race, same age, same religion, same education, or same economic status. According to Statista, today, 5.24 billion people have access to the internet or use social media. And yet, we still tend to see groups and relationships with people who appear to be the same as us on the surface. We go as far to design the community around us with the same friendship model already built into it. Social media algorithms only show people who are similar to us. They profit off of putting us in echo chambers. We join places, from local gyms to expensive country clubs, with people who are the same as us. It's all the same. Well, my friendship with Janine has taught me that breaking the barriers to unusual friendships expands our experiences and allows for personal growth. And when we limit ourselves to what's familiar, we miss out on what I call the rooted 5 steps to unusual friendships. We'll get to that later. My friendship with Janine isn't the first unusual friendship. Unusual friendships have been part of our history and our entertainment. There was Queen Victoria and Abdul Karim, British royalty and an Indian servant with an over 45-year age gap. Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg, 2 people with totally different brands and an over 30-year age gap. Supreme Court Justices Scalia and Ginsburg, 2 people with opposing ideologies who found friendship through a love of opera. It's natural to seek same friendships. We gravitate toward people who look like us, talk like us, and even think like us, because we think they'll know us best. But when we stay on the surface, we miss out on real growth. An article in the Journal of Science and Global Justice discusses the benefits of intergroup friendships. These studies show that friendships across differences reduces prejudice and builds empathy, confidence, and resilience. And yet, when someone seems too different, we tend to put them in the nice to know you box. We never give that friendship a real chance because it might require more effort from us. Meeting Janine, I had a decision. Keep her in the nice to know you box or step out of my comfort zone and explore the curiosity of an unlikely friendship that will ultimately expand my experiences and personal growth. A helpful guide I call the Rooted 5 Steps is about getting under the surface, navigating beyond the same model and out of the nice to know you box. It opens the doors to the gifts of an unusual friendship. Rooted lays the foundation for connections that go deeper than you'd expect. The first step of the Rooted 5 is the bridge. The bridge is the starting point to conversation. When you meet someone unlike yourself and unsure how to engage, the bridge becomes the starting point to connection. Yes, it will feel awkward, but every unlikely friendship starts there. For Janine and me, our bridge is a shared interest in World War II and respect for the museum. Despite being over 80 years apart in age, we stayed open and built our connection. That was our bridge. For you, the bridge might be working for the same company, attending the same event, or a shared space like a favorite coffee shop. The bridge is choosing to connect, even across differences in background, language, or ability. Crossing the bridge means breaking a barrier and potentially building a real friendship. The second step of the Rooted 5 is listening. Listening is how you learn. Differences are easy to spot, but listening takes effort. Your friend is whispering, not shouting, so pay attention. Connect their story to your own without forcing it to match. That's compassion. It's not forced. It's a feeling. Listening to Janine's story made me realize how lucky, how privileged I am to live without fear of my parents being taken away. That's the power of unusual friendships. This wasn't a perspective learned by staying in my same bubble. And what struck me wasn't just her strength. It was her kindness, her belief in education, her commitment to hope and to forgiveness. Before 1942, Janine lived a childhood that was similar to my own. We both went to school and spent time with family and friends. Even though we were born in different centuries, we lived the same experiences. At first, we seemed quite different, but over time, we connected through simple things: cookies, cats, and conversation. We became friends just by showing up, listening, and caring. Listening becomes a core part in the personal growth of an unusual friendship, as it shows your willingness to understand each other. The third step of the Rooted 5 is speaking up. Speaking up is your time to ask questions and tell your own story. When you ask questions, it shows that you're engaged and truly listening. It shows that you care. It's not just about telling your own story. It's about making a home for someone else's. That's how trust grows, especially in unusual friendships. Janine shared her history, but she also wanted to know mine. My life, my studies, and even my cats. Every Sunday, she'd greet me with a huge smile and call me her chłopaczek, little boy in Polish, even though I'm over a foot taller than her. Our friendship crossed barriers because we listened, cared, and made a home for each other's stories. The fourth step of the Rooted 5 is the spark. Sparking is stretching your mind. Sparking is actively learning a new perspective, a new way of doing something. And engaging in unlikely friendships is the perfect place to spark. Sparking is when you gain knowledge from a friend and let it spark growth in you. For example, two people of different socioeconomic groups can learn from each other's struggles and grow as people. My friendships at the museum, especially with Janine, has taught me that history is about people, not just facts. These unlikely connections have given me empathy, wisdom, and new perspectives. In unlikely friendships, you learn faster and deeper, whether it's the gift of a new language, a new recipe, or a new way of facing life's challenges. The final step of the Rooted 5 is overcoming the oddity. Overcoming the oddity is acceptance. Without overcoming the oddity, a friendship never leaves the nice to know you box. Overcoming the oddity is accepting differences and unknowns. It's the gift of, I accept you. I don't need to change you. Overcoming the oddity is what actually allows an unusual friendship to grow into a sustaining one. People often assume that Janine and I must be related or share the same background, like I'm Janine's grandson or Jewish, because they need our friendship to make sense. But we don't let those assumptions define our friendship. We embrace the oddity, and in that, we find deeper connection. For you, overcoming the oddity might be accepting that your friend doesn't share the same lifestyle, holidays, or even the same pop culture as you. Janine will never know what The Simpsons is. But that doesn't matter. We're still friends because we embraced it. And you too will embrace it. You might be thinking, these rooted five sound like a lot. I just want easy. Easy is choosing people who are similar to ourselves on the surface. I do it too. But unlikely friendships don't just teach us about others. They teach us about ourselves. They reveal how tightly we cling to comfort and ease and to same friendships. The rooted five are gifts that both you and your friend give to each other, to expand your experiences and your personal growth in being curious, listening, speaking, sparking, and accepting. You don't need a degree in unusual friendships. I definitely don't have one. What I do have is a front row seat to how one unexpected friendship changed my life. It has made me a more social person. It has removed my fear of initiating conversations with new people. So, here's my challenge to you. Go out and make an unlikely friend. Just start. Say hi to someone you wouldn't normally. Break out of that nice to know you box. At the museum, Janine wasn't my only friend. I've connected with the bookstore staff, the security team, and other volunteers. All of it started with a simple hello. Over time, we crossed the bridge. We didn't seem to have much in common, but that's the power of crossing the bridge. It proves that choosing to connect is more powerful than any reason not to.